Hi, thank you for joining us for MaxPreps webinars for the fan. So before we get started, I just wanted to let you know that you will be muted throughout the webinar. So please use the chat box to ask us any questions you might have. We'll do our best to get to them as we go. If not, we will address them at the end. We'll also be sending a recording of this webinar out at the end via email. So if you have any questions that you think of afterwards, feel free to shoot an email back to that email and we'll do our best to get your questions answered. So first things first, if you want to follow along, make sure you have the MaxPreps app downloaded. You can search MaxPreps in the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. My name is Haley. I'm a coach support coordinator here at MaxPreps. We also have with us Justin and Alex today. They'll be doing their best to answer the questions in the chat. So again, if you have any questions, please use that chat box or the Q&A feature to ask those questions, and they will do their best to answer them. And if we don't get to them we'll have time at the end. So this shouldn't be too long of a webinar. We're just going over the tools that fans can use and everything about the MaxPreps app. So before we get started, let's learn a little bit more about MaxPreps itself. We were created in a small town in California in between Sacramento and El Dorado Hills in 2002 by a local high school basketball coach who was looking for a better way to get his team recognition in the local media. He made it our goal here at MaxPreps to celebrate the institution of high school sports and recognize that for so many young people, this will be the pinnacle of their careers, and the memories that they make playing high school sports will be some of the best of their lives. That being said, we aim to cover every team, every player, and every game, no matter the size of the school or popularity of the sport. So what are we going to go through today? We're going to walk through your MaxPreps app, how to navigate through the app, the following scores, how to manage your membership account and app settings, what you can view inside the app, an overview of live scoring, how to follow teams and add scoreboard, and answer any questions that you may have. So why did we create the MaxPreps app? The goal was to take your MaxPreps account on the go. So we wanted to offer all of our services so you could never miss a moment with your favorite teams. So as you see here on the screen, we offer real-time scores, player profiles. So that way you can never miss any game, score, rankings, standings, photos, videos, and so on. So it's a great way to follow your favorite teams, your favorite athletes, and just get all of that information right on your phone. So a quick little video of the app. This is our marketing video for the new app. I don't believe the sound is working on here, so bear with me. It's just a quick video. So yeah, we're really excited about this new app that we have. We have a lot of common questions that we get. What can I do in the app? How do I report a score? How do I add a scoreboard? How do I claim myself or claim my athlete? How do I favorite a team? What does that even do? Why can't I find the school I'm looking for? And so on. So we're going to cover those basic questions here in this webinar. So we'll go through these slides fairly quickly. And we'll cover more in depth in the live demo. So first things first, log into the MaxPreps app. You want to make sure you sign up or join. That can all be done in the app. So if we play this little video inside, this just shows you what the sign-in process looks like. You can also join from the app as well. So if you don't need to make a membership account, they can just download the app and sign up for MaxPreps right there. So once you sign in, it'll take you to the home screen, which will be your latest tab. So what you see here, and then if it's your first time signing into the app, you should get these new little tips and tricks. So this red box is just tips on how to use the MaxPreps app. So if you have, if you're curious about that, you can click out of that as well. But this is a new tool that we added to just try and help out our users navigate the new app. If you forgot your password, that's okay. You can get a password reset link from the app as well. It's the same as your MaxPreps account. So what you log into the MaxPreps website is the same as what you'll log into the MaxPreps app with. So your homepage quick links, what you see at the bottom. So you see those 3 tabs, the latest, the following, and the scores. So for your latest tab, that's your homepage. That's what you land on when you open the app. This is where you'll go to get the latest updates from highlights and news articles to photo galleries and more. You can search sports and teams. So up at the top bar, you'll see you can search through specific sports. If you know the team you're looking for or athlete you're looking for, you'll click on that magnifying glass to be able to search through all of the teams and athletes that we have on MaxPreps. You can also find the latest rankings and standings for your teams. Your favorite teams will all be populated below. So if you have a team, you'll see there's information here on the latest tab. Next is the following tab. So this is where you'll go. You'll see all the teams you have favorited or followed. This is where you'll go to add any teams. You can also add your favorite teams from their team page. You'll see a follow button. So you can do it from either way. If you go to following, you can click on that magnifying glass up at the top to search for the team you want to follow, and you can add them from there or do it from their team page, which I will also show you in the live demo. But following your favorite teams just gives you push notifications to stay updated in the app. You can get scores, stats, news, rankings, all of that right from your app onto your phone. You'll get those notifications once they're posted. So it's just a great way to keep up to date with teams that you're interested in. So next, you'll see scoreboard. So any teams that you have favorited or you are following, you should see their scores here automatically. So when you go to scores, it'll have all of your favorite teams. If they play that day, they'll be listed there. But you also have the option to add a scoreboard. So you can add a scoreboard for any metro, league, association, division, section, all from your app right here. And that will get all of those scores for that league or whatever it may be in one place. So that way you don't have to go searching teams to figure out what the score of the game was last night. You can get it all in one place. And again, I'll show you exactly what that looks like in the live demo once we're finished with these slides here. As a fan, you also have the option to report a score. So I'll show you what that looks like. But when you report a score, that option pops up once the game time and date has passed. You'll get the report a score option. And when you click on that, you'll enter the score. And that goes through an approval process that should take no more than 24 hours for us at support to approve or reject. And once that is approved, you should see it here on your scoreboard. So I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. But first, we'll just go into our membership account settings. So this is where you'll go to edit all your preferences. If you need to change your email or change your password, whatever it may be, you can do so by clicking account info, what you see on the middle photo here. It'll click account info. That's where you'll change all of your information. Scroll down to notifications. That's where you'll go to toggle on and off notification settings. So if you're curious as to why you're not getting a notification for the final score of your volleyball team that you favorited, I would go here to notifications, make sure you have that toggled on to get those notifications. And also, if you are looking to turn them off, you can do so from there as well. So that's where you'll go if you want to toggle on and off different types of notifications for specific teams, as well as email notifications. So you can handle and manage your email notifications from your app as well. And I will show you what that means in the live demo. In your settings, so if you click on settings, that's where you'll want to go to either contact support. The option to sign out is in your settings as well. and then update your school database. So in your settings, you have the ability to update the school database. What that means is if you're having a hard time finding a team in our search, it could be that they're a new school or they just haven't been added to the MaxPreps app database quite yet. If that's the case, you have the ability to update that school database so that way that school does show up. So if you have any issues with finding a school, I would go to your settings, go to update school database, and if you're still not finding them, that's when you can reach out to us at support, which you should see an option for. So, going back, sorry, I apologize. Access to your teams. So if you are an admin, a coach for a team, you'll have the access to your teams there, as well as if you're an AD admin, if you're an athletic director, you'll have access to your team here. If you're an athlete and you have your own team, you'll have your own team listed here. A team, if you've claimed your profile, which we'll talk a little bit more about here in a second as well. But you'll have your team listed here. If you have claimed your athlete as a parent, you'll also have your athlete listed there, as well as your team. So we head inside your teams. So when you view your favorite team on MaxPreps, you're looking at their schedule, roster, scores, and stats. So what you see on your screen here, when you're viewing your favorite team, you'll see your schedule listed there. If the game date and time have passed and there isn't a score already listed, you'll see the report a score option, which will be in the same place that the score is. So you'll see report a score here, and that's where you can go to enter the box score that goes through an approval process. For your roster here, you have the ability as a fan, you can submit corrections for this as well. You can upload a team photo for approval, as well as edit any or make any roster corrections that you need to. You'll also see if a team does not have a head coach listed, there's an option to invite the head coach. So if you happen to know who the head coach is and you have their information, you can actually submit that to us to help us out to get that head coach there so we can make sure they get access to their team so they can fill out this information if you're not seeing any information for your favorite team. If you click on the box score, once the score has been entered, it'll take you to this page where you can see the full box score for the team. Or for that game, I apologize. So you'll see this is the box score screen. When you click on the box score, you'll get this. You can toggle over to team stats. If you're interested in looking at the statistics for a team, you can go here to do so. And that leads us into live scoring. So live scoring is an option for football and basketball. Live scoring is an option for football. So for football, if you want to be a scorer for a team, so I apologize for toggling between those two, but if you go back to here, if you click on the box score for a team, I'll show you this in the live demo, but if you click on a box score before a game has passed, if you just click on that game, you'll get taken to this box score page that you see here. So this game is actually happening tomorrow night at 7, and there are no scores signed up to be the scorer. So you'll have the option to report or become the scorer here. So what does that mean? Live scoring is just keeping, if you're at a game, it's just keeping the big plays up to date as well as scores. So it's up to you what you want to do as a live scorer. If you're a scorer for a team, you can just keep up the score up to date. There's also the option to enter big key plays. So there's a comment section as well where you can edit any commentary to just keep fans up to date that were able to make it to the game. So live scoring is a great option if you are at the game and you want to keep others up to date. So If a team does not have an all-star scorer, any fan can sign up to be a live scorer. So you'll see here, this team does have an all-star reporter. So this is what it looks like if there is a reporter for that game. So if there is an all-star reporter, you can't sign up for that game or that team. You may be able to sign up as the opponent live scorer. So that way you can still score the game if you're still interested in doing so. An all-star scorer is somebody that scores 3 or more quality games for a team. You're automatically signed up for all the team's games that season. If you happen to see that an all-star scorer is on a team, but they haven't been reporting any information for that team for any of the games, you can always reach out to us, and we're more than happy to remove an all-star reporter that is not doing their live reporting, and we'll remove them so that way frees up the space for somebody that will actually score the game. So again, you'll just tap on the box score for a team to sign up or just to see if they already have a score for that game. And then you'll log into your app 2 hours before the game to get that scoring started. The teams you follow on scoreboard. Kind of covered this a little bit already, but again, you'll just add and remove your favorite teams to get notifications for score, stats, and more. And then you can follow different metros, leagues, divisions, and associations to follow along and get the scores and stay up to date on all of the teams' information. That being said, we'll hop into our live demo. So bear with me as I transfer over to my phone. If you are able to and you want to, you feel free to pull up the MaxPreps app so you can follow along, but not necessary. So here we'll head into the MaxPreps app. Okay, so here you'll see this when you sign into the MaxPreps app, this is your landing page. So again, this is where you'll go to get all of the latest information on MaxPreps. We'll have top highlights, top videos, articles. If you scroll down, any teams that you have favorited or that you're following, you'll get their standings on the latest tab, photo galleries for them, rankings as well. So if you're curious about what's going on with all the teams you're favoriting, just check out the latest page. You're able to scroll to different team standings and, oops, I apologize, and different photo galleries for the teams that you follow as well. So this is specific to your membership account. So every team that you follow will be listed here and have their latest information here up at the top. So I'm sorry that stopped sharing. Let's get back in there. So if you click on your profile icon is where you'll want to go to get your account settings. So this should look similar to what you saw on the slides. You should see your first and last name at the top, account info, notifications, settings, and everything down below. So account info is where you'll go to change your email, password, and so on. So go there if you need to make updates to that. If you want to go to your notifications to toggle on and off different notifications for different teams, you'll go to notifications and you'll actually see the ability to manage your notifications by team. So if you're interested in getting the final scores for the volleyball team, but you're not so interested in getting all the rankings updates for the baseball team, you can actually toggle on and off different items that you would want to get notifications for. So again, here, if you toggle on to allow all notifications, you can toggle on and off scoring updates, team stats, whatever you would like to get notifications for. You can do that for each team that you follow to make it more personal to what updates that you want to get specifically. As I said, you can also update your email notification settings from here. So if you don't want to get emails anymore about the final scores, you can toggle that off, rankings, toggle that off, and you can always come back and toggle it back on if you're interested in getting those back again. I apologize, it keeps closing out of my sharing. But when you get back in, so back to your notifications, if you go back out of there to your profile, you'll go back to settings. So settings is where you'll go to sign out, contact support, and update your school database. So again, updating your school database is just updating if you're having a hard time finding a school that's recently been added, or if just in general having a hard time finding your school. I would come here first to update your school database and just make sure that that's up to date. And once that's up to date, if you're still not finding your team or the team you're looking for, go to support and you should be able to reach out to us to either find the team you're looking for, or if the team isn't listed, we may need to have them fill out a new school form to be added to MaxPreps. So this is where you'll go to update your school. If you want to contact support, if you have any questions or concerns, I would come to this support link. This takes you straight to our support site. This is where you go to, you have roster corrections, schedule corrections, score corrections, and so on. This will have you just fill out a form with the correct information, and that helps us out. We get all the information for you. We update it, and we'll shoot you an email back letting you know it's updated. So all you have to do is fill out a form here. It's pretty quick and simple. So if you have any questions, concerns, or you want to update something and you're not seeing the ability to update it, you can do so from your MaxPreps app by going to the support site. So check out the support site there if you have any questions or concerns. And then if we head back out of there, below that is where you'll go. So if you are a parent or an athlete, you can actually claim your athlete or claim yourself. So you can do so by clicking on claim athlete here, and then we'll go through a athlete search. If you're having a hard time linking to your athlete, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're more than happy to get your athlete linked to you or get you linked to yourself as an athlete. So if you're having any problems with that, feel free to reach out to us, and we're more than happy to get you linked. And then finally on this page is contributions. So if you're a fan that likes to report scores for a lot of teams, and you're curious about how many scores have been accepted, here's where you'll go. And again, also for live scoring, if you're curious about what you've contributed to MaxPreps as a whole, you can search those numbers here under contributions. All right, and next we'll go to the following tab. So if we go to following, I apologize for the technical difficulties. It keeps exiting here. To go to following, so any teams that you already follow will be listed here. Again, following a team is a great way to just stay up to date and get notifications for that team. So if you need to remove, add, edit a team, whatever it may be, you can edit that information just by clicking edit up at the top, and you can unfollow and remove that team from your followings, which will remove the notifications and emails as well for them. If you are looking to follow a new team, you can do so from the following tab and by clicking the magnifying glass up at the top to search for that team. It should automatically pull any teams that are nearby you here, and then athletes, you'll select their sport, and if they're a multi-sport athlete, you just select one of their sports and they should pop up, and you can click their profile page to follow their team or follow that athlete. You can also follow an athlete or a team by going to that team's actual page. So if we went into varsity boys basketball here, you see this star in the upper right-hand corner. If you click that star, you see, because I already follow them, it's telling me I can unfollow them. But if I didn't have them followed, you'll just click, there will be a follow button up there for you to follow the team. So if you land on any team's page and you want to follow them, you should have that option up in the upper right-hand corner up at the top. Same thing goes for an athlete. If you want to follow an athlete, you should have that option. If you are that athlete, you can claim that athlete by clicking claim. And yes, this is me, or this is my child. So if you're a parent, you'll click this is my child, and that will link that athlete to your account. So that way you get notifications for any team that athlete becomes a part of. You'll automatically be assigned to that athlete and what they do. And lastly, we'll toggle over to scores. So any team that you have, that you're following or have favorited, will show their scores here automatically. So because I follow MaxPreps B, I see their score here. But if I wanted to add a scoreboard, you can add a scoreboard. You'll see the option right underneath the dates here. So you'll click add scoreboard. You can toggle to any sport. Keep in mind it has only varsity sports offer scoreboards. So any sport, you'll go to your state, and then you can filter. Here you'll see for California, we have Metro, Section, League, Division, and Association. So you can filter by any of these, and it will automatically add that scoreboard to your account. So when I click on that scoreboard, it will pull all of the games that are listed for that day onto that scoreboard. So we can check to see when games were played. So we have games from last Saturday that were played. They should have all those scores listed there for you to view. So it's just a great way to stay up to date on your teams, any teams that you're interested, any leagues specifically that you're interested in. This is just a great tool to use to stay up to date and make sure that you get all of the scores for all of the teams that you're interested in. So with that being said, I believe that was the end of our live demo. I apologize, I'm trying to get these slides pulled back up here. But it looks like bear with me, I apologize for these technical difficulties. There we go. So if you have any questions, if I covered anything too quickly or any specific concerns that you have, feel free to reach out to us. We're available Monday through Friday Pacific time, 8 to 5 p.m. So our phone number is on the screen, 1-800-324-7329, extension 1. Our support site is support.maxpreps.com. That will also have our contact information. So if you need to reach out to us, you can through the support site. I'll be sending a recording of this email out shortly. So if you do think of any questions that you have about the app, feel free to shoot me an email back, and I'm more than happy to get those questions answered. So again, thank you for joining us. I hope this is helpful for you in getting started with the MaxPreps app. And I will stick around for the next few minutes or so. So if you do have any questions, feel free to use that chat box. I know it takes a little time to type those out. So please feel free to use that, and I will stick around to get those questions answered. And if we don't have any questions, thank you all for joining us. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.